Every day you wake up, you feel as if you're going through the same process. Wake up, eat, work, sleep, and repeat. Going through the same repetitive cycle, slowly blending into what society wants you to be doing. However, there is the rare case of somebody standing out in society, bringing colors to a dull world. Today, we are going to be discussing a myth that takes place in what I describe to be a normal neighborhood. However, this neighborhood contains a mystery that has yet to be solved. Once inside of the game, the first thing to note is that one of the houses already stands out from most of them. There are a total of 9 houses, each having a respective owner. The colorful one from the start is owned by Pleasant01. His house seems to have mostly art-related items within it. Ranging from portraits and sculptures, he by far seems to want to stand out the most. And this is just an assumption, but possibly not accepted by the other residents in his community just because of that. However, that statement doesn't really have much evidence to back it up, so we're not gonna take that as fact yet. He wears a colorful hat and wears a colorful attire. That is much I could say about his appearance. The second house is owned by resident O2. He has a bit of rocks, just a tiny bit, and seems to be friends with Pleasant 01. According to the wiki, he's 01's brother. Appearance-wise, he's mostly white and gray, and wears glasses. The third house belongs to 05. Having a ramp instead of stairs for him to walk on. Inside, you could see a white cane sitting next to the door, implying that this guy is blind. His appearance shows him with black hair and a black blindfold. The fourth house belongs to 04, having the first step be broken for some reason. Inside, it's a mess. The TV is covered up and notes are scribbled on the wall. Also, the bathroom is locked up for some reason. It's no secret 04 is a soda addict, having cans littered all over his house. His appearance shows him with hair that looks like it's never been combed or washed in eons. The fifth house belongs to 06. Entering it, you could see a portrait of 01 on the wall, with darts plastered all over him, already implying that 06 does not like 01. Inside her room, you could see a punching bag hanged up to the corner, and some cracks on the wall too, implying that she may have some anger issues. Inside her bathroom, her sink is broken, and honestly, I wouldn't blame her. I would be crashing out too if my sink wasn't working. Her appearance shows her having some piercings on her nose, and a black dog tag. The sixth and seventh... The sixth and seventh... I'm unemployed, by the way. The 6th and 7th house belongs to 07 and 08. However, both of them you can't go in for whatever reason, which is pretty weird, but whatever, I guess. The 8th house belongs to 09, having an image of 06 with a knife wedged into the center of it, giving us the impression that 09 isn't a fan of 06. Inside of his house, there's nothing more than just ties, colognes, and that's pretty much it. His appearance shows him wearing a black tie and a black fedora. The final house belongs to 010, but from the looks of it, it already looks abandoned. Upon entering in, you could see everything's a mess. Laundry machine missing, broken window, torn off closet door. Whatever happened here, it looks like 010 was either kidnapped or murdered. Either way, there's no use for getting into assumptions yet. We have no idea what he looks like, and well, the real question is, what is happening in this neighborhood? And most importantly, what even happened to 010? Ahead, there's some public bathrooms with the woman's sign for some reason missing. If you head down to the right, you'll find a bunch of shops, each belonging to a resident having bots that work there. 05 and 06 share a supermarket, and well, the pathway opposite to the shops leads to a graveyard. This graveyard shows bumps on 03, 07, 08, and 010's graves, implying that they're all dead. So this just proves there's murders or at least something going on in this neighborhood. But what is it? Let's start off with what we know, at least. If you were paying attention from earlier, you'd realize we have 9 houses, but 10 residents. So who's missing? Well, that would be 03. who originally owned O5's house, being proven from their name on the ground, implying that O3 was either the first one to go missing or has been missing for a while, and eventually had their body found. Mentions of O3 in the town seem non-existent. However, in O4's place, you could actually see some notes referring to O3's grave, with just the simple text O3's grave. I know. Pretty crazy. Not much is given here. However, the other notes do reveal some things, such as, ask O2 and O6 for more soda. Okay, we get it, you're a soda addict. Need O6 to get sticky notes. Possibly to communicate, which is an interesting way of communication. I mean, they own monitors and computers, why can't they communicate through there? Unless they're being watched. The most interesting notes are comments about O1, how he's became colorful and would other people become colorful, and this strange note that says, who is the sewer man? I mean, we've seen a sewer before, but we haven't seen no man. Have we seen him before? I've never heard of this character. Is he one of the residents? However, another note says, anyone can climb the rocks. It's odd until you go outside and look around at the rocks, and then you see it. It has been stalking you ever since you joined. Its motives are unclear, but one thing's for certain, it watches. So, has this been the thing that's been killing all the residents? Well, it would explain why O4 has been so paranoid. It saw the thing. It knows it's hunting for all of them. That's why it's been trying to get more locks. That's why he's been trying to set up cameras. He knows this thing will eventually go for him next, which, well, isn't too far off. And also to think, if the name Sewerman is, well, accurate, that would explain why he locked up his bathrooms, because the toilet is connected to the sewer, which is, well, an entrance for the Sewerman. Now, we also got confirmation that O5 is now dead. How do we know this? Well, according to the group page, it says in the description the statuses of everyone, and it claims that O5 is dead. So, I guess even residents that are still alive at the moment are now going missing, assuming that they haven't found the body yet, of course. The question remains, who is this sewer man? What is it? And why does it want to harm them? Unfortunately, this is where answers come to an end. No matter how much I looked, I couldn't find anything new. I checked everywhere, on the internet, on the group, and found nothing. I did find a Discord server, however, but the link has expired a while ago, and, well, on their official myth page, there's 0 theories that have been made. They also apparently have a game called Question Mark, but it just leads to a 404 error. And the only media on YouTube that I could find was by a YouTuber called Percy Plays Roblox, where it reviews old gameplay of this game, being extremely different to what we see now, showing details that we've never seen before. However, I'm gonna have to dismiss this information because it probably got retconned for a reason. Either way, this is a mystery that can conclude with your own theories, and all I leave you with is this note I found. I couldn't figure out what could this possibly mean, and no matter how much ciphers I look into, nothing makes sense. So if any of you guys can figure out what this code could mean, like if this is a location or something, please write down below what this means. Either way, I hope you enjoyed today's video. This is my first scripted video, so I have no idea if this is good or not. I don't know. If you guys like the scripted videos, I'll keep doing them. If you guys like the unscripted videos, I'll keep doing them. Either way, that's it. See ya.